All right. Good morning. So, today's goal is going to be quite simple. Well, nothing in trading is ever simple.
Run easy.
Last week was a red week. This week, I want to stay green. So, actually, I'm going to rename this stream. Actually, no. That's fine. Um, today's That's not the one I wanted. Filters. And this is for my colors. Got some music going early this morning. I woke up way too early. I woke up at like 4 o'clock. Actually, what time was it? Yeah, 3:40 approximately. So, well, alrighty then. Um, Let me be right back. Actually, I thought it was good. Sorry about that. Hold on. Alright. It feels like it's going to be one of those days already. Alright. We're not going to have a bad day, though. We're going to have a good day. We only want good days. Alright, so. We're gonna, I guess take a quick look at some of these here. Hey Siri, play Champions. No, not that song. I want to carry Underwood along. Because we're going to be champions today. Champion. Good morning, Odison. And good morning, Sharma. How are you guys doing today? Nice to see you all pop in. So, I was looking over some data over the weekend. I need to get back to, I don't want to say basics, but I need to start working somewhere. Actually, I forgot to do something, so I'm going to do that real quick. And then, so today, or this week, the goal is going to be to maintain and try to go fairly green. Um, I'm just updating my spreadsheet for this week. I forgot to do that this weekend. This weekend was a very, very busy weekend for me. That was y'all's weekend. Hopefully good. And then this will just get cleared out. The new info right here. Oh, wrong spot. Yeah, I haven't looked at Spy and Queen yet. I went down through the scanner. I got it up. I don't think I'm gonna do any trades on it though. I think the automotive area might see some support coming in soon. Um, it could definitely still go lower, but that is definitely a good support area. We'll see if that holds. Um, you know, I need to go back to doing what I was doing in the first week of or the first 3 weeks of August. So, yeah, I'll just bring it up over here. So, this was August. I had a really bad red day here. This week, I had 2 gray days. I don't know if I traded or not because I didn't do those the way I should have. I think I broke basically even. This week, I know I closed out red because I could see that by looking at my sheet. Then here, I had a really good green day. No trade, green, small green. That was a trade, but not much trading. And then green. Then I was black, but up. A no trade day. I was green, green, red, red, red 61. Here, I was only red Monday. Then it was my birthday weekend. And I screwed it all up. And then going into this month, I've traded every single day. I didn't have one day where I just kind of sat still. So I definitely think I'm over trading. Well, not thinking. I know I did. I need to either do the morning trades like I have been because the morning trades have been really quite good. I haven't been keeping track of that as much. But I do know that my morning trades have been absolutely freaking awesome for the most part. It's going later into the day where it's entering more of the chop is where I start having problems. So what I need to do I think I may keep the same share sizing, maybe slightly smaller in the morning. And then probably will downsize that drastically if I do any other trades past that. Unless there's like a massive move kind of going on like this, then I might jump on it if it's a major push. But even still then, I think I'll take a smaller sizing than what I have. Just so if it does pop the other way, like it did right here, it doesn't affect me as much. So I just think I need to play a little bit better here. So, yeah. Oh, shoot, man. Not again. Uh, I'm sorry. I'll be right back again. My stomach is just tore up right now. I'm not 100% sure why. I'll be right back. Honestly, I think I got way too much sun this weekend. Actually, I know for a fact I got way too much sun this weekend. So, Odison, that's actually a good point too. Some of like, there's been a few times where I jumped in way too early in the morning, and it's caused me to take a loss kind of early on that I then have to try to fight to try to get back. So that's going to be like the other thing that I'm going to start doing a little bit is waiting a little bit longer for me to really understand what is going to go with the direction instead of going FOMO. Well, I don't really want to say FOMO, but it is kind of FOMO. Um, it's just early on, you know, you got the most move kind of going on. So you kind of want to try to capture that the best that you can early, so you can try to make maximum on that. But that has caused me to lose a decent amount too. So that's kind of like another very, very solid point. So I'm well, the other aspect of it, and I think I've talked about this before on stream. I think. I don't know. If not, I think I did talk to you about it. Or somebody. I don't remember. You know, I'm coming from an area where I traded almost primarily small caps, right? So trading small caps, you do need to try to jump in. I don't want to say jump in early, but you kind of want to try to get kind of low, because you're going to try to get out probably just as quick. Where, I mean, look at Tesla. Even right here. Even if you got in several minutes later, or hell, even, around lunch, and you just got in it and then just stayed there as a short, you have been just fine. If you just saw this here, shorted it, and, I don't know, put a stop loss at the top of this right here, I mean, that's kind of large, but I mean, if you had enough of a spread, you've been fine. And you can see it's really kind of working out, even from the low here. You could have even carried that over. Hey, King of Leo. I don't know if I would want to say permanently. My license is still active. I actually did my medical and all that. But I think I'm definitely going to be putting trucking as not my top priority. Will I ever go back to it? Maybe, possibly. I do miss trucking. There's some things about it that I really do like. But being OTR, because I don't like doing local. I can tell you that I don't like local work. Local work is crap. So if I go back to trucking, it would only be for OTR. Um, I like the country driver. I don't like the city driver. Um, so the some of the issues with OTR, you don't really have friends, family. It's very hard to try to be with. Trying to get into a relationship is even harder. OTR trucking. You know, there's a lot of sacrifices that have to go into it, and the guys that have been doing it for years, I have to give them major props. Um, there are some days where I definitely would love to jump back into a truck. 100%. I've even mentioned before, once you are a trucker, I don't think you will never not be a trucker. There's just something about that job. It's not really, I don't even know if I would say it's a job. It's more of a lifestyle career. Um, it's definitely a very unique deal. Level of difficulty. Um, it is dangerously deceptive of how hard and easy it can be. Um, you can get everything you need to start trading right now in the next hour and trade today easily. Maybe not. Maybe tomorrow because you'd be funding the account for the first time, so you might have to wait until tomorrow. But it will take you like 20, 30 minutes to set it all up, if that. The problem is I've been trading now for probably close to 5 years, off and on, consistently. Before the last 5 years, I did trading, but it was different kind of trading. Uh, Same but different. It was commodities only. So it was physical items instead of, parts of companies. But even still today, there are still things I'm still learning. Uh, I had to make changes. Um, in the beginning, I mean, really, the beginning information you need is I don't want to say it is super complicated. It depends on how complicated you want to take it. It's like, driving in general. If you ask me, how hard is driving? Well, are you talking about a car, a motorcycle, or a semi truck? Completely different skill levels all along. If you're trading like the way that I'm trading today, or have in the last several months to really the last year and a half, 2 years, um, there's a lot that goes into it. Um, but you can get started today doing what's called paper trading. So paper trading, and I still paper trade by the way, but you'll go to tradingview.com. Here, I'll copy the, no. Oops. That's not the button I wanted. So you'll go to this website. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And you can set up a free paper trade account. And then you will have this little trade button down here. And you can trade on the stock market with fake money. It's not real money. And honestly, this is the best way to actually start and learn, is through a paper trade. And it takes time. It takes time. But would I say that it's like difficult? Um, Not particularly. The fundamentals are easy to understand. It's just math. Um, and I think a lot of common sense, but it's the emotional side of it that's hard. That's the hard part. Especially when things are not going the way that you were hoping that they do. You can go what's called FOMO, fear of missing out, and then you start doing things that are really stupid, and it can cost you thousands. So you also have to know when to walk away. Last month and this month, I had some issues with that. Hell, that's actually something I know Otis and me are that's something I know me and Otison have been talking about quite a bit and been working on, getting better with our emotion trading. That's put us in emotionally trading or being stupid, holding on to something or jumping into something and not processing the decision completely is a fantastic way to lose money. Absolutely fantastic way. Um, Good morning, Jeff. Yeah, yeah. I don't think you'll ever really get rid of the emotion part. Maybe if I was trading, a share, one share, because then, if it goes in the wrong way or whatever, I'm only going to lose, a dollar, $2, especially on a stock like Tesla, you know, but there's no reward there. Um, if you're right or wrong, really. I mean, there's no risk. I guess anytime where there's, money that's potentially on the line, that's where it really starts to kind of get real, I guess. And that sometimes is not very easy to get past. Trading takes a lot of control. And any trader who says that they don't have to work on that, they're lying to you. I think every trader, periodically, unless you're a straight up computer, but I think every trader still has to deal with some days, some weeks, or whatever, where I don't know, maybe they start slipping, or they're having a really, really good week or month, like I was last month, and then you get a little reckless. And in that recklessness, you lose a lot. Um, I guess the more you kind of do that, or the easier you are to recognize that you're doing that, the less you're going to lose overall. But definitely takes a little bit getting used to it. And I'm not sure if I said, but good morning, Jeff. How you doing? Did you have a good weekend? What did everybody do this weekend? I got a couple people watching me on YouTube right now. No one's watching me on Twitch. Not yet. So, what did everybody do this weekend? Anything good? Now, while I wait for y'all reply to that, this past weekend, oh, nice. Paul, I think you meant play some college ball. Um, this weekend, I started to work on my pickup truck. 2006 Dodge Ram 3500. I'm going to be doing a video when I do the other side. But I got to rebuild the rear axle on it. And it's a Dodge Dually, meaning the axle is like, it's huge. That's what she said. Or actually, probably that's what he said. It's so huge, it's like, yeah. Uh, oh, to call. Okay, so you weren't playing in it. You were okay. My bad. So you did use the right word. I thought maybe spell check got you. But yeah. So I never did that job before. So didn't really have an idea what I was doing. I had a general idea, but there was a lot of learning along the way. A lot. Now, when I get to the other side, I'm going to make a YouTube video that's in detail with everything I learned from doing the other side. From doing the other side. But I'm not a mechanic. But, it's actually going together good now. Almost had a real bad day yesterday with it. I had a bolt that broke. Caught it at the last second. So I got some new bolts coming in. And then probably try to get on the other side in a week or so. Actually was live on TikTok when I was doing that repair this weekend. I didn't want to go live on YouTube because I don't know. I just didn't want there to be a permanent record of me screwing up so badly. It was a lot of me taking something apart and then fidgeting with it to truly understand how it all worked together and figuring things out as I went along. But it's all back together with all parts, and everything seems to be working just fine. So I got to replace some bolts and then do the other side. So that's what I did this weekend. I did that all day Sunday. And like a half day on Saturday. Ah, that's a bad nut. Immediately when I cracked it open, it had a really bad taste. That's actually, let me ask you guys this question. It's a good one. Otis and Jeff, I think you're the only two in here right now. But do y'all work on your own vehicles, or do you pay someone to work on them? There's a lot of repairs that I will do myself. There's some that I won't. They're newer. I had a really nice new-ish vehicle. I bought it brand new. It was a 2018 Mazda 6. Um, but the U-Haul vehicle, driven by a lady who probably didn't know how to drive it, drove right into it, totaling the car out. Not happy about that. I really like that Mazda 6. Yeah, I can do when it comes to repairs, um I can replace motors, transmissions, I can do gasket job, head gasket, oil pan gasket. Um I've done piston rings. And so, pulling the heads off and popping the pistons down, down through and replacing them. Um, I've not done a valve job, but I haven't ever had to do a valve job. But did clean the whole valve train before. That was on my Chevy 350. It got all gunked up. I actually did that right on the motor. I just took the oil pan off. Um, and I left it on first. I used gasoline to help cut through it, and then I took the oil pan off, cleaned up underneath the best I could. Uh, Hooked up a line to the input down there. Ran gasoline through the motor by turning the gear pump on the oil pump, which pumped a little bit of gasoline through the motor. Then I used motor oil. It was clean used motor oil, but used motor oil to then flush out the gasoline. Then I left it open for a couple hours just to kind of let it air out, and then buttoned it all back up, and that truck ran just fine forever. Never had a problem with it. Yeah. Well, I don't want to say I'm cheap, but there's a lot of repairs I did when I was growing up just because I couldn't afford to pay the mechanic. So instead of having to pay somebody to do it, I'll just figure out how to do it myself. I may not have an idea of what I'm doing, but I've always kind of learned along the way. And I've been pretty decent with it. But oh, I've completely rebuilt suspensions before. Did that on my Dodge truck. Had to rebuild the whole front end on that truck. So everything was taken off from the frame down and was rebuilt. That was not fun. Um, I don't do electrical. I've not rebuilt a transmission. I've taken a transmission apart just because I wanted to see how it worked, but I've not tried to rebuild a transmission. And I've never done anything with axles before. So, getting into the axles were definitely, I mean, not, I don't want to say difficult, but I don't know. When you're dealing with thousands of an inch clearance and things are rotating, well, I guess the crankshaft rotates that quick too, but I don't know. That's a little bit different to me. Uh, you just pop them out. It's not that big of a deal. Um, I'm not saying it's not a pain in the ass, but it's doable. Um, changing alternators and all that is not a big deal. I don't like doing it. I don't like doing alternators and starters and AC compressors, but I've done all those accessories. Water pumps are actually quite easy. A lot of people complain about water pump, but water pumps, I don't know. To me, those are easy. A lot easier than like an alternator or a compressor. You just take the serpentine belt off, and then them puppies pop right out. Well, I mean, you got a few bolts you got to take out, but they pop right out. You just kind of make sure you get the gasket off cleanly, and then reinstall it. Water pumps. I will do a water pump on. I've done a water pump on the side of the road before. Truck overheated, and okay, you guys are probably not going to believe this story, but it's actually pretty funny. So my truck had overheated, and it was on the highway of all places. So I called the auto parts store, and they wouldn't bring me the parts It was like 10:30 when this all started to happen. So I was like, okay. And this was years ago. This is before Uber. Okay, so this is before Uber. Should make sure that that is known. Um, and I'm like hours away from my home. I think I'm like a day away from home. And I looked and I knew it was the water pump. You could see the shaft that was coming out on the serpentine belt. It was the pump was blown. So yeah, I'm watching Tesla. I'm curious to see what it's going to do, but I have an awfully bad feeling it's going to break this 240. But is it going to shoot up after that or sink down? That's what, because if it breaks the 240 and it holds, below 240, it could have a lot of room to go down. A lot of room. But so I started to take the water pump off, and I was thinking about just walking to the auto parts store. It was like, I don't know, 10, 15 miles away. So I mean, not super far, but it was a little bit of a drive. Well, when I was looking at it on Google Maps, I saw that there was a pizza place right next door. Like, it was the auto parts store, pizza place. Auto parts store, pizza place. It was near lunchtime. So I'm like, so the auto parts store will not deliver, but I know who does. So I called the pizza place. I was like, all right, so uh you know, I need I would like to have some pizza with a side of car parts. Can you pick them up for me and bring them to me? The person that was taking my order was like, wait, what? I was like, so I explained it. I'm out of town. My truck broke. Blah 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 blah. And I didn't know it, but I was actually talking to the manager. He was actually really kind of cool about it. So anyway, long story short, they get my auto parts store, or they get my auto parts. I paid for that over the phone. They bring me that and then some pizza, and I ate the pizza, fixed the truck, and drove away. And I drove into the sunset. You'd be looking for a morning spike and then wait for it to flush and recover ground from Friday. For it to recover ground from Friday, dude, even from here, I'm not saying it's not possible, but 48, all the way up through to the 50, 59, 58, that'd be a huge climb in one day. Because it already has to come up. I mean, okay, maybe. But I think that would take at least 2 days for it to get back up over here. Because you and me both know it's going to get shorted all along the way. On top of that, I just dropped the thing I was fidgeting with. I want my fidget toy. Oh, that's not where it went. Where did it go? Whoops. Woo, you guys got a little low. Where did it go? Oh, right there. It's not underneath the laptop. I thought it was. Uh, I like to fidget with things. It's a bad habit, but I like to fidget with things. Um, I don't know. I mean, Tesla can't do it, especially if the shorts get, beaten to death. But I think we might see ground recovering, kind of coming back into. Since it's going down, it's not gapping up. If it was gapping up even a little bit, say, it opened above the 248, I would think, it crossing, $10 on the positive side would be very, very possible. If it was gapping up at least above this. But I think the 246 might be a real major level for it to have trouble getting past. Kind of like below here. Because you kind of see these peaks here, here, kind of here. I mean, if you average it all out, that's probably like what, say 246? Maybe, I don't know. Actually, I do know. Duh, I could just use the measurement tool. So, from there to there, halfway would be 243. So 243. 43. 243, 43. Basically right there. That's halfway to right where it's at right now. That's not counting the fact that it was lower. So right here actually might be more of a hard area for it to get over. This could be the top of the peak. That could be the resistance level. So we might, this would have to turn to support right here at the 243. All right, we'll just say 240, 244. We'll round it up just slightly past the halfway point. Are you talking about shorting it or going long? What side are you thinking of playing? Because I think short. I'm thinking short. Early in this morning, I'm thinking short. What is Apple doing? You're all over the place. All right, we're 4 minutes from going. I didn't even realize we're getting that close to the market open. I was just sitting here enjoying a fantastic conversation. And then I got a little sidetracked there. I'm looking at something here, but all right, we'll go back to doing this. Um, yeah, I'm feeling more of a short than long. All right. Well, everybody, let's all try to stay on the positive side of our P&Ls for today. It is a Monday. Let's start this week off right. That's a good pop there. That's actually a really good pop. Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see what it does if it goes below 240. Yeah, I know you're long bias, but we've also been shorting. I'm generally long bias as well. But lately, shorting has been doing me pretty darn freaking good. But I've also screwed up on some of my shorts because, I'm a long bias buyer generally. But we're just gonna watch this and see what happens here. That was a good pop though. All right, let me pause my music. That was actually not a bad song though. But we're gonna get into the game. All right. All right, Odison. Well, if one of us shorts and one of us goes long, one of us will be giving money to the other. I don't know. I would definitely wouldn't mind a friend of mine taking my money. It may suck, but if it happens, you buy me a beer, right? If I take your money, I'll get you a beer. I'm just gonna wait because that was actually a pretty good pop there. So I'm gonna give it a minute or two to kind of see what it wants to do. That was louder than I thought. It's fighting. It's fighting. That's for sure. Some decent volume. A million right off the bat. That's about a little bit higher than the first candle from yesterday. I don't know how long that's gonna last, so 400. All right. Good morning to everybody. I hope everybody had a good day. 2 times I tried to get in. 2 times it didn't want me to. Alright. I'm gonna wait. Somehow I actually almost screwed this up, so on my spreadsheet anyway. A new high, barely. Another 56. Sorry. So I didn't realize I hit the key. So as I was saying, the king guy, he already left, but if he was still in here, he would have heard the play that you had and the play that I had, and they both worked beautifully. That that is the best way to start to kind of learn, the what from what. Now I did jump in a little early, right when it started to go down below here, but I just saw a lot of resistance, and so I was thinking about covering here. But that's why I was moving my stop loss a little aggressively. But when it really broke down through here, well, that's a really like this candle, it just shot straight down. I was like, whoa, that's beautiful. So I was thinking it was actually going to bounce here, but it did go further. But I mean, this, your trade idea, my trade idea, we were on opposite sides of the trades. But I took my money from, people who went long early, and you took money from the people who covered late. I covered early, so you didn't take my money. Oh, that's a good day. Because I sold at 338.56. Oh, wait. No, I sold $1 lower than you bought in. So you bought at the 239.58. I sold at 238.56. So basically $1 difference. So I sold actually quite well. I'm actually pretty darn happy. I sold like what, right in here. I'm really happy with that. I'm happy with today. Oh, dude, Jeff, so you played both sides of Tesla. You played the short and then the long? Dude, you revert you didn't just you locked it and then you reversed it. Nice. You made that bag twice. Guys, I was exp I wish y'all uh I wish y'all were closer. I mean, hell, can you imagine if we all got together and had a fucking beer? Especially after today, we all made some bread. That is awesome. We all made bread today. Yeah, Jeff was like, he heard my idea and he was like, I like your idea. And then he heard your idea and he was like, I like your idea too. What was that one movie where they like stole gold and the guy asked everybody like what are they gonna do with their portion of the gold? Then he thought he killed them, but he didn't. And then he does what they said that they were going to do with his gold. Jeff was like, I like your idea and hit your idea. I'm just gonna do both. I'm just happy that all three of us made bread. We all made bread on Tesla. I could be very interested if this breaks above new high. For long. I want to make sure it was going to hold. But I could definitely be interested in it. I'm also kind of watching Apple. Apple is being very kind of finicky right now. If it goes towards 174, I might be interested in shorting. 244. Yeah, I do kind of want to see the same thing. I don't want to jump in too early on the upside. I do kind of want to wait to see, so I do agree with the 244. Probably even starting to push up to 244.5. I just want to give it some time for it to figure itself out. You know, like like you're just getting out of a relationship, kind of want to see what's going to happen before you do anything. So we're going to even downsize it. If we do something, we're just going to get our toes wet here. Um, if it goes from up here and it goes to make a new low, I may actually take a larger position sizing. Maybe not the same 400, maybe not. It depends on how it kind of goes back down. Or I might even be interested in taking a small sizing at the 241. Right now, I don't think it's actually getting weak. I think it's just consolidating right around the new high. I don't see much strength. We could see a good volume here. So I think it needs to really get past that. That's at open. And it did get past it. But it's fighting around here a little bit. So we're just going to watch and see what happens here. I don't want to enter the chop. You know? No enter choppy. Yeah, I'm a little hesitant here as well. It's starting to look weak. If it doesn't break the 2-4 soon, I think it's going to be more weak than strong. Let me check. I don't use those ones. I got the 15 and 30. All right, so I just did that on my paper trade account, and watch me kill it on the paper trade. Because I don't know if I went long on paper. Yeah, well, that would have been another 200 bucks. Oh, that's I think for five. I did 500 shares over there. All right, I think it's actually. Whoops. I think it's actually getting weak. I don't know if I would say weak yet or not. I don't know. It's kind of. It's definitely getting fought over. It's not wanting to pick a direction definitively one way or the other. I was actually thinking about doing a small buy over the high right here. I just didn't think I needed to. Still don't think I need to. Kind of curious to see what that will do when it comes back, though. I just threw it up on my day charts. It probably be gone by tomorrow. There's actually some things on here that can go, but I'm not going to delete them right now. I'm not worried about it. I don't need the chart space. I've been doing a lot of just basically Tesla. You know, it's I don't want to say it's easy, but it makes my pre-morning kind of easier. 30 minutes in on this market now. It's 31, 32, whatever, close enough. I woke up really early this morning. I actually went to McDonald's, got me a sandwich. Had a little bit of a slow day. It was actually really quite nice. All right, I'd like to see a swing up, and then I might be interested in buying on the new low. Hey, good morning, Acar. How you doing this morning? How are your stocks doing? You're a tired boy. I kind of feel that this weekend was rough on me. I had to work on my vehicle. Had a lot of work on it. But the first few minutes of market open today, I killed it. Actually, so over on my YouTube channel, there's a guy named Jeff and Odison. Odison went long on Tesla, made money on this side. I made money on this side. And Jeff, he was like, fuck it. He made money on this side and he made money on that side. He made money on both sides. He went both ways today. Who's being their bipolar self? Oh, and Jeff, I don't know if you know this or not, but I also broadcast on Twitch. So sometimes I talk over on YouTube, sometimes I talk on people on Twitch. I don't have a way to like interlink the chat boxes yet. I know there's a way to do it. I don't know how to do it. Oh, they're being okay. Your stocks are being bipolar. Well, I'm sorry about that. Well, hopefully this week we start seeing an uptrend versus a downtrend. Queen and Spy are still. Hopefully they'll find support around this area somewhere. Man, the weather outside seems like it's really nice right now. When yeah, 74 degrees. My God. Why could it not been like 74 when I had to work on my truck all frickin' weekend? That would have been nice. Oh, that's actually a pretty steep up climb there. We did find support at the 2.5 level. I thought it was going to go down to the 2. Well, hopefully a car your stocks start to do better. Hopefully you're not down like 8% like you were the other day. Hopefully they start going in the opposite direction for you, buddy. I need to shave. Every time I shave, it seems like it comes right back. That's it. That's a half joke. But it really does seem to be like that. You're down 1%? Well, that's a lot better than you were the other day. This seems like it might be getting weak again. What do you think, Jeff and Odison? Is it getting weak? I know that's one of the things that I have to give you major credit. You got some holding power on some of those stocks, man. Same. I'm only gonna do 100. Yeah, let's actually lower that a little bit. And for the breakdown. Could be a temporary pullback, yeah, but now that there's two bottoms, we got two candles here. They're actually both happen on greens. The two reds are actually very close together. That's kind of peculiar. Kind of. If this goes back up really too far up above the 243, I'm going to go ahead and pull this order back off. Yeah, if it breaks the 243, I'm going to pull that off. Yeah, this week I'm going to be very, very guarding to make sure. Be very cautious. All right, I'll take a look at that stock here in a little bit there, ACAR. IBRX. I'll put that one right here so I can find it. IBRX. IBRX. There. I don't know why it didn't want to load there for a second. Just broke. I'm not okay. That's more than I wanted it to. So IBRX. I don't like where the price is for me to go kind of long in it. It can just this one can be really volatile. I've actually looked at this one before. I don't know if I've traded this one before. It doesn't look it. But that wasn't working on another stock earlier anyway. I don't know. There's quite a few companies that are looking to do cancer vaccines. You know, my dad died from cancer. Yeah, he had bladder cancer. I really do hope that they do come out with something or a company. I don't care who. I don't care if it's King Kong's boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever King Kong dates. I don't know, don't care. I don't care who it is. For what? I don't care if it's an alien. If we can cure cancer, that would be awesome. Cancer, HIV, diabetes. Now, diabetes is manageable, but I mean, there's a whole group of people out there where diabetes really screws them up bad. Um, that could be very good, Jeff, if it gets rejected up there. I think it's going to have a very good chance that if it gets too close up here, it's going to take off. Agar, let me ask you a question. You definitely seem to be fairly good with like a lot of these programs and whatnot. Do you know of a tool that works easily? Because my computer is already getting tapped out a little bit, but somewhere where I can actually link the chat boxes between my YouTube and Twitch into one chat box thing that, you know, like will show the chats pop up like over in this bottom corner or something, you know, that way when someone leaves a comment, maybe it shows up for a second so people can read it and then it goes away. I don't know, something like that. I don't know if I want it to be like a permanent box like my face thing. Maybe. I don't know. But I would like to do something. So that way, if you're watching and somebody on YouTube is saying something, or YouTube to Twitch or whatever, everybody knows kind of what is being said all across the board. I mean, Jeff, that would be a really nice double top. But I think I like the lower top better. It's through Stream Elements. Okay, I'll look into that. Um, oh, I'll mess with that later. You got another 28 cents move. Nice. Well, kind of like once I have it in here and it's moving fast, kind of what I'll do is I'll use it over here. Like, I'm going to scroll way down here as an example. So once I have it in, you can actually grab this button and then move the button around to kind of bring it to where you want it to be. So you could kind of use this to kind of like chase it along the way. You know, when I throw my order in over here, you know, I might sit here, I'm looking at the numbers, and then I'll put in my stop loss, and then I'll use over here to kind of make the more rapid changes. I will fine tune it over here, but over here is like for the rapid, you know, like drop and click kind of thing. Yeah, someone must have made a YouTube video or something about it, Akar. You're right on that. Um, I don't like dealing with software. I'm not a software person. I'm more of a hardware guy. Actually, I don't know if I can say that anymore. I haven't been in hardware all that much recently. This is actually looking quite strong now. Yeah, Ford, I want it to actually come down for me to buy it. God, Ford is really taking off there. I've not tried to use AI all that much. I use I do use my assistants a lot, either it be Google or Siri, because I have both phones. I Okay, they didn't go off. I use both. Yeah, this is my iPhone, and then here's my Samsung. I got two. One is kind of like my backup slash kind of work phone. The other one is my main phone. Jeff, man, you might have gotten your double top, but it's not a beautiful double top. We got rising lows though. So I mean there's a very good chance that this is either getting into the chop stage or a really big breakout. You're looking for confirmation? Yeah. I'm thinking this is definitely going to be more of an up move here. I think this is definitely going to be more bullish than bearish. Um, I still think it's kind of low. Kind of getting over the 245, it could start getting kind of interesting. Well, Ford is actually coming right back into that range, dude. It's 12.5 right now. I've been watching Ford for a while now. You see, this is just getting really. This is just really choppy right now. Is it bullish? Is it bearish? Is it bipolar and just doing both? Is it going both ways? I guess I would make it bisexual or bidirectional. Actually, that actually means something. Bidirectional is a real thing. But you know, as a online personality, I'm supposed to try to be funny. Although I don't try to be a personality, I don't want to be like famous like Logan or Paul or the Kardashians or anything like that. No, uh, I ain't gonna say nothing bad about that, but that's not for me. I mean, yes and no. Tesla had a pretty big drop right from the morning. Um, but I do know what you mean. But yeah, Tesla had like a 2% drop straight from morning. And then it had another 2% climb. So if you played both sides of that perfectly, you could be looking at like a 2%, 4%, I mean like a 4% or even 3%. 3 to 4% if you played both sides of that easily. Well, maybe not easily, but you know, you get what I mean. So the thing with Tesla, Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon, and Apple, there's just a ton of volatility in these stocks. There has been for quite a while now. So yeah, they have some pretty big swings, both positive and negative. And it could be a really beautiful thing and then a really ugly thing. I've made some really good money on these ones, but also lost it. So I just need to get better with that. And that's what this week's goal is going to be. This is starting to look pretty good for a drop. Yeah, well, that's part of it, definitely, a car. There's a lot of money being moved through these stocks. Scam likely. All right. Hello? Yellow? Huh? I was gonna fuck with them, but they didn't even answer the phone. The trading volume on Tesla has been on average, like on this day right here, you're looking at 127 million shares. Uh, this day, which was kind of short, you're looking at 111. This short candle. Um, but I mean, you could say average 100 million. 100 million shares a day. Yeah, I've messed with the those kind of calls a lot of the times. I could actually block them if I want to with my phone with only like 3 pushes of a button. No, four, 3 or 4. But I don't worry about it. Yeah, of course, that's where it still continues. But I wanted to actually put my order in right here. I didn't get the fill that I wanted to just because I didn't get it in there right. That's not an excuse. That's just a fact. So I might be going back in, but I kind of want to try to get it on a move. All right. Take it easy, A-Car. Okay. I think I might be trying to enter in the chop. I think this is smart to be right in here. But I'm also looking over here. It may not be. I'll leave it, but there's a very good chance that I might be just calling it a day and backing out. Um, just go and do other things for my day. I got to do Amazon and my eBay, and probably go and have a Starbucks or something. I'm at Target. I did make a new high, barely. Just a fraction of a dollar here. Oh no, I actually came down a fraction. Tomato, tomato. It came down all of $2. So it took a Dr. Pepper for me. This is looking kind of interesting, but I'm just kind of still waiting because I don't need to do anything. If I do something, it's because it comes and it meets me. I don't want to go chasing it. Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that there, Odison. So it did go back to VWAP. Well, it also has to go through VWAP to sink down. I mean, it has to go through VWAP either way for an up move or down move. But the volume seems like it's really slowing down. You see, so it looks like we have a lowering volume. This is starting to turn down a little bit because it was sitting above the 0.5. Now it's kind of coming down. So we will move that down a little bit. I don't like the fact that it broke over this. I was hoping it was going to stay below that, kind of consolidate, and then shoot down. But it seems like it wants to go back below that. So, as long as it stays a little swing high, don't want to see it break over the 0.5 there. If it goes over the 0.5, I probably will pull this off. But that could be acting as a support slash resistance area. So that's the reason why I'm kind of just holding firm right this second. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off. It's starting to like climb. It doesn't. I was wanting it to get weak. I don't think it's getting weak. And I'm not going to chase it and try to force it. So that RNAZ really did take off. Like, that took off like a bat out of hell. So if I threw, 100, 200 shares on that, I would have been fine. But I wasn't going to try to chase it. You guys, I think I might actually just be done for the day. Like, flat out. Oh yeah, I definitely agree there, Otison. That drop will be absolutely sickening. But I figured it was going to climb up more. I probably, if I was still in, I'd be looking to sell like right when it comes back. I definitely would not want to keep at it. You would see the volume is like massively reduced. It's 50% reduced. Hell, we'll just go to it because we're talking about it and I'm not doing anything else. So, I was figuring that this was going to have some more room. But this volume is 50% what it was before. So, this is going to be more and more likely to come down. When did this one halt? On the 25, so it should be coming back here really quick on a 10-minute halt. So yeah, see, it's gonna halt again. You could not have gotten out of that if you were still in it. You wouldn't have been able to. That is going to be going down. I already kind of figured that when I saw that volume reduction. I'll take a look at that one later. I'm not going to trade that though. That stock's gone. That stock found the moon and just took off on it. Yeah, this is in the chopness now. I'm not going to play that. But you know what? $500 to start this week off. That's a fantastic way to do it. I'm only $2 short from my high of day. That's even better. It's not even a full $2. It's $1.60 short. Uh, but we'll round it up to the absolute highest. $2. $2 short from my absolute high. Hey, Charmin, welcome back. Welcome back. You missed all the fun. This pre-market was fun. Me, Jeff, and Odison, we all made money on this stock, Tesla. Now, I made money on this leg. Odison made money on this side. Jeff said fuck it, and he made money on both sides. Jeff shorted it with me. It came down here, and he was like, well, fuck it, I'm going to reverse it. So he dropped it, he reversed it, and he came right back up. So Jeff is the big player today. He played that out perfectly. I am doing good. You know, the plan for this week, as you can see, I reduced sizing massively. After the morning push, my plan is to kind of reduce sizing, lock in any profits, and then kind of chill. Now, I may step up, you know, sizing depending on if there's a big move later on in the day, kind of similar to this right here. But, you know, I'm going to stick with much smaller. Definitely try to stay out of this, this, what I call, you know, chop, right? Where you could be chopping back and forth constantly. You know, you can make some good money on some of these here, but, you know, it pops up, you know, you could lose 20, 30, 40 bucks. You try to short again right here as an example. You know, you lose 10, 30, 40 bucks again. You get in over here, you might get 100 or whatever. Then you jump in, it shoots up, you jump back out. And anyway, when it's all said and done, you actually, you know, give money away. What chat, bro? So there's one chat room that I'm in, but it's only for small caps. They don't do any of these large caps. These large cap stocks, I find them. And we talk about them right here on this YouTube channel. There is no chat room that I'm a part of for these large caps. Jeff and Odison, they're in the same chat room that I'm in. You do have to pay for it. So I haven't given out an advertisement link. I don't want anyone in my YouTube channel to advertise it yet. If I advertise it, I will do the advertising for it. But they only do small caps, right? So they do companies that are like small. Like they were looking at FAZE today. So FAZE, this was the stock that was getting talked about a little bit, and it's below 50 cents. Another one, and I was actually thinking about trading this one, was RNAZ. And this one skyrocketed. But I ended up not taking a trade on it. I was thinking about taking a trade on it over here. But I didn't. I mean, it doubled in price. But yeah, no, today the trade plan, you know, me, Odison, and Jeff, we all made the plan today, and we did it right here. This is the chat room. What do you do? What do you mean by that? I trade stocks. I run an eBay business, an Amazon business, a furniture business, and I actually talked to somebody over this weekend and may be getting into another business, possibly. I don't know where that's gonna go yet, but something that it's being looked into. So I guess you would say I'm an investor. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm an investor. I try to make money where I can. I try to make the world better where I can. I try to do what I can where I can. That's what I do. And I make videos. And then people come in here and they talk to me. I don't get paid for that. I wish. That'd be kind of nice. Now I do use TradingView and FinViz, but you see me using those all the time. Like I click over to this page a lot. Um, we haven't even looked at the map today, but yeah, the map is not looking great. I feel kind of shorting today. Um, Not really working off of this one, but that's the big pop on that. Um, I've been using more of this one here. Nothing too popping there. What about on the short side? Nothing I'm going to be looking into not right now. I don't need to. So I use FinViz a lot. But lately I've been actually just trading a small group of stocks and been hyper focusing on those stocks and the movements that they make. And I nailed the down move on this stock today. Anyway, sorry, I was just jotting something down over to a person. Um I really think I'm done for the day. I'm just kind of sitting here because I got time. I'm just kind of still keeping an eye on this. Um, it just feels like it's in a really big choppy zone, and I don't want to trade that. Otis and Jeff, what is your thoughts on this? I mean, I'm not interested unless I see a really good break up or possibly a move coming down to the 241. But I would need to see not a huge drop like this. I would need to see like a consistent lowering here. And I don't think we're going to get that until maybe around lunch or after lunch. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's definitely in a channel. I think it's more of an uptrend as a general direction, but not anything I could invest in. 245 for some reason that's covering 244 to 241. I think 245 to 241 would be, you could even say maybe even 240. I'll say 245 to 241. Okay. I would even possibly say I would be cautious unless it breaks over the 246 because I would want to see a really decent breakout of this action here, right? I would want to see it like make a firm break out through that. That will get it over the bottoms of right here. And then if the 246 can start to act like a springboard for it to climb up, I think the 246, for me, 246 is going to be an important area to cross. So 246 in climbing or below 241. I don't think the break is going to happen sooner than you think, Odison. I think this is just going to keep doing its thing. Like I said, I think it's in a general uptrend right now. But look at the volume. The volume is definitely decreasing. And I have noticed that when the volume starts to decrease in this, it can definitely stagnate. So that's why I'm saying 246, 241, you know, a $5 range before I'm interested. Because I would want to see it definitely break this trend that it's in right now. And if it just kind of keeps chopping up and down all the way up into either of those two ranges, then I probably would say I'm not interested at all. I'd want to see a consistent break in one direction, not like this bouncing back and forth to the upper and bottom ranges. I don't like that. I've traded like that before, but I've gotten screwed. So yeah, 246, 241. And that those are not even like hard numbers for me. Like I probably will end up changing those as the day kind of continues. If this price action keeps like this here, you know, those numbers won't be long-term accurate. And there's the drop, by the way. Like I had said in the box, very likely if I was able to short this, I would have. When it comes back, it's going to come back even lower. All right, so at 11 o'clock New York time, I'm going to end this live stream and I'm going to go fuck off. All right, Microsoft just got interesting. I can get it on a push, that would be awesome. You know, get it on a push and then lock it in. Get a free trade on it. Might be interested in, well, I am interested in doing a small grab here. Quite potentially. But I might take it off if it doesn't do it soon, because if it starts to fight, I'm just gonna pull it off and not do it. Okay, I'm in. You know, so the sizing kind of goes in with what I was saying on my YouTube channel. The volume is kind of low. I'm at target. I don't want to risk a whole lot. This also allows me to have a broad entry exit. And not be stressing, really. And I don't even have a stop loss in yet. So I'm just going to sit here for a second. You know, if I was in with a bigger sizing, I'd probably be, not probably, I know I'd be a lot more nervous. Right now, I really just don't care. Now I see Tesla broke. Tesla is coming down. Starting to. I'm just going to keep an eye on that. We'll stop it right there. Alright, I'm out. $13. You know, I gave it a chance. I'm not upset with that. Not at all. So I am down 15 from my high of day. You know, I don't even care about that. I think that could have definitely gone in my favor. Now this is kind of interesting. I know I said I was going to get off at 11. I might stick a few minutes past just to see what this does here. I'm slightly down from my HOD. Again, I'm not even going to stress about that difference. It's very minimum. Wow. That was rejected. That price point was like, yeah, nope. No, I'm not gonna change my time. I'm gonna get off here in the next 30 seconds or 40 seconds. So, this is gonna be the end of my day, really. I don't plan on making any other trades unless this makes a really big drop, probably coming down to the 241. Let's just go ahead and create some alerts. So we'll put one right here, slightly above. Right there. Replace. And then we're going to put one right here. No. Put it like halfway. Right there. Create an alert. So that's going to be my window. That's going to be right where I'm going to sit. And I'm going to wait to see what happens. I really don't care one way or the other. Oh, and Microsoft did go in the direction I was hoping it would. But you know, I'm fine. I might try to do a quick one more. I'll do 100 instead of reducing it back down to 50. Give this a brief second. Nope, we're done. That's a big red-green move. I'm not gonna play this game. Stream ended even anyway on YouTube. So for that stream, that's done. I'm done. I'm gonna go play a video game. Yeah. See y'all tomorrow. If I do any trades, I'll let y'all know. I don't think I'm gonna be doing a part 2. You know, kind of like what the title says up here. You know, or I guess it'll be down there or wherever it may be. Downsizing. I downsized. You know, I'm trading with much lower shares after the pre-market, you know, run. And I am, you know, hoping to stay green this entire week. So I want to have 5 days straight green or gray trades, meaning no trade at all. So either no trades or green. Those are the only two colors I want to see. Black and green. Black and green. Black and green. Anyway, see y'all tomorrow. Take it easy, Jeff. Take it easy, Odison. Stay green, guys.